Hi guys, welcome back to my XVS guide. Now I'm gonna review Summer Fina and Lit, and I must say she is quite unique. So let's begin from her stats. On normal form, she is meant to become support and breakers. So that's why you see high defense, spirit, and health. Okay, and yes, she also able to heal your party. So these spirit sets, other than for your tankiness, it is also important for your healing power. And I can say his trust ability is useless because it grants her dual cast, but on her Neo Vision form she learns triple cast. But still, her trust mastery word, especially her STMR, is pretty good, so there's nothing wrong if you want to equip that. She also gets 12% MP regen, so this will be useful to make sure you always able to heal and support your party. And another good thing is her elemental resist. She has 50% fire, water, and 30% light resist, so not 100% but still quite tanky. And yes, that's it for her normal form. What about her breath shift? Her breath shift is totally different. Okay, and she becomes DPS attackers on this form, and the bad news is it is based on her attack stats. Why it is bad news? Because her trust ability is kind of strange. On her normal form, her trust ability is not important, but on Breath Shift it is really important because it grants you stats boost, so you need to equip either Trust Mastery Word or STMR, and those are not related to attack stats, so you already waste one important abilities or equipment slot. Okay, maybe it is useful when you need like extra spirit or elemental resist, but on normal occasion it's kind of waste. Okay, and her Breath Shift form doesn't have limit burst damage boost and killers, so I find this Breath Shift form is kind of mediocre. And that's for the stats. Now let's take a look on the normal form abilities. I really like her normal form. First, she able to do 84% all stats break, but it is only for single target. Actually, she has AoE 84% breaks, but that is a cooldown move, so I suggest you, if you fight multiple enemies, then it's better to have other breakers than her. Unless of course you can finish it really fast, like 3 turns. And yes, you are okay with 75% breaks from her limit burst, but if you are kinda dying to survive when you use 84%, of course 75% won't be enough. So that's all for breaks. She also able to impel fire, ice, earth, water, and thunder element by 100%. Again, she can do that, but it's only for 3 turns. Because to imperil these elements, she need to use Beach House Break, which is 6 turns cooldown ability. But you don't need to worry about water element because she can spam 120% imperil for water, and that move also heals your party, and it is pretty decent because it is Q Raja level. So again, other than support and breaker, she also able to become healer. Not only for health, she also able to recover MP. How's that not insane? And talking about water element, she also able to imbue all allies with water. Wow, how's that not good? Okay, and maybe you say, but what if my main finisher don't like use water? Don't worry, because you can also grant Aurel Ray chaining move to all allies. So this Aurel Ray chaining move is very useful as long as the enemy doesn't have water resist, because the point here is to create elemental chain. And also on Dark Vision you can increase your hit counts by using this ability, because Aurel Ray can deal 30 hits per ability. Okay, so if you chain 2 or 3 Aurel Ray, you can easily get like 90 chains. Okay, really nice. And the last thing is she has 75% aquatic killer buff for both magic and physical. So wow, very useful again against trial or dark vision where you fight against aquatic enemy. So really insanely good. And for Grandis ability, she also imperil fire, ice, lightning, water, and earth resist by 120%. So if you think 3 turns are not enough from your normal imperil, you can extend the duration using this Grandis ability. Okay, so that's all for normal form. Really superb support. But what about her Brave Shift form? Let's take a look on them. For Brave Shift, she is an absolute mirror of Equity Chainer, and it is based on her attack stats. So yes, her normal form and her Brave Shift form are totally different. The only support ability that she still has on this form is MP Recovery. So it is nice, but I don't think it's that important on this form because this form is basically a DPS. Her breaks are not anymore, so it is kind of different compared to Lauren because if I'm not mistaken, Lauren can still able to break on her Brave Shift, so be careful on using this. You need to switch between normal and Brave Shift form if you want to make her into dual role on the battle. And another thing I don't like is her physical DPS is locked to water element. This form also doesn't have water imperil. So really guys, you need to switch to normal and this one, and I don't like that. Okay, and for Grandis ability, it grants her 200% LB damage boost, which is insane, and her LB also deal nice damage, like you can see in 120 times water damage against lock to the water element, and imperil 130%. So if you fight against enemy who don't have resist against water, she can become really good because of this imperil. But again, take a look on the damage. She can deal 720 times, but I think that's quite hard to achieve because she doesn't have LB damage boost on her passive. And yes, it seems great, but remember, if you see this, Tifa can deal 960 times. So again, yes, she can become decent finisher, but again, Tifa is still better damage dealer. But yeah, if you want to use her as as a side role, she can deal nice damage other than breaking. So I must say quite nice, can be used on dark vision where you want to score as many damage as you can. Okay, sorry. So that's all for Brave Shift form. Now let's talk about equipment. For equipment, it is obvious. On her normal form, focus on her spirit and health. On spirit, it is important because it will improve her healing. Okay, so you can use her as your main healer as long as the enemy don't able to inflict ailments, stats break, etc. But you can also get those from other characters. So I think that's for normal form. For Brave Shift form, focus on attack through double hand and limit burst damage. And I think the best weapon is of course bow, because bow can become really powerful, especially if you have Firian's bow, because it increases your limit burst damage. Okay, and yes, you can also equip new power, astral protection, etc. to increase her limit burst damage. And that's for equipment. For partner, because she is an absolute mirror of Equity Chainer, of course, Awakened Dragon Akstar and Summer Voltra are really good when combined. Okay, but again, because she able to imbue water element and imperil water, you can basically, she is good when paired with any Neophysian who doesn't have elemental lock on their abilities. For example, Cloud Neophysian, his Stardust Ray is non-elemental, and then you can use Neo Vision Rain. You can use him because his attack not locked to fire. Okay, so that's for equipment and partner. I want to talk about Trial because again, first, she doesn't have any killers, and second thing is she is a breaker in my eyes. Okay, breaker healer, so I can say she is good on all trials. Okay, yeah, especially in Tanger, because every time you heal, she will imperil the enemy water resist. How's that not insane? So enough about equipment, partner, and trials. Now let's talk about my conclusion for her. So I really like her normal form. Okay, really great breaker, support, and healer. Don't get me wrong after this, okay? I think you don't need to make her into X+1 if you don't have the resources. Don't force yourself, okay? I don't say her Brave Shift form is bad. It is definitely nice, okay? After you imbue, after you break, you can switch into Brave Shift form to help your party dealing extra damage. That's definitely nice. But again, maybe, like I said, it is nice to have that Brave Shift form, but even if you don't have that Brave Shift form, it's still okay. She is perfectly good. Okay? And another thing I like is her amazing STMR. Wow, defense spirit 50%, maybe not that important except for spirit. Okay? Because you can cheat that defense using physical evasion. Sorry for repeating that multiple times, but the good thing is the lightning, water, and light resist boost 60%. Awesome on elemental Tetris. And for the Trust Master reward, I don't like it that much. Okay, 30% spirit. I think there are better accessory for spirit, like, if I'm not mistaken, Sweet Luca Trust Master reward, health and spirit, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't like this Trust Master reward. And yes, her Brave Shift, I think it is not that interesting. Remember, I don't say it is super bad, okay? Not interesting, so please don't twist my word. It is definitely nice for Dark Vision, for Trial to deal that extra damage. But again, let me repeat it. If you don't able to make her into X+1, she is still worth to be used. Okay? Really nice support, breaker, and healer, especially on short-term battle, because I think as long as you're able to finish the enemy within 6 turns, she is perfectly good as your source of imperil. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys.